a real Caesar salad, delicious homemade Caesar dressing, and plenty of croutons. We're gonna make our own croutons, but then we're gonna like beef it up, haha. We're gonna add a sliced steak on the side, and we're gonna put a bonus egg. I put a little egg yolk in the Caesar dressing. We're gonna put what I call a Frico egg up on top. So we're gonna take about 4 cups of stale bread and cube it into bite-sized pieces. Butter and olive oil combined. And that's gonna act like glue to hold on to the cheese and the black pepper. Okay, lots of cheese. Lots of black pepper. There we go. Throw that in there, and when they're nutty and fragrant and very deep golden, they're done. I like using hanger steaks, flank steaks, or flat iron. Then, before you're going to cook them, just a minute or 2 before, you season them liberally with salt and pepper. You can oil the pan or the steak, little drizzle of olive oil or canola oil, not extra virgin, just regular olive oil, oil you can see through. Once you put the steaks in, do not move them. Let them cook fully until they brown and develop all of their sugars and flavor. This is a good point to take a break, and then we'll make the Caesar dressing right after this. Caesar salad has very little to do with Cesare or Caesar himself or Rome, which is where it's usually attributed to being created. It was created by a guy from Rome, but it was created in Mexico at a restaurant as a tableside, kind of a tableside draw. We're gonna start with a clove or 2 of garlic. 1 fat clove will do you. If the cloves are very small, use 2. You can always adjust this at the end. If you like Caesar salad dressing and you think you don't like anchovies, you're wrong, because all Caesar salad dressing has some form of anchovy or anchovy paste in it. So I'm gonna put in a couple of flat fillet of anchovy. Now this is controversial. A lot of people do not like to eat raw egg. So, big old yolk. We're going to add the juice of 1 lemon, a little bit of Dijon mustard, a little bit of Worcestershire sauce, coarse black pepper. You get natural salt from the fish and natural salt from ground pecorino cheese. So I'm gonna add lots of cheese, about 3/4 of a cup to start. Pop the lid on, turn the processor on. While it's processing, stream in your extra virgin olive oil. Okay, this is how you make a Frico egg. This is Parmigiano Reggiano. I'm heating it up on the stove. It's gonna start to melt into itself and get kind of loose and translucent. We have to wait for this to get to that stage before we add our egg. You have to let it rest a little for the cheese to set up enough to get a spatula under it to slide it out of the pan. For the steaks, once I take the steaks out, the next trick to making perfect steak is to let it rest fully before you slice it. Here's our dressed salad with our homemade crouton. You're gonna put a big pile of Caesar salad in the middle of your platter. Our sliced steak with lemon. Put that alongside. And then we're going to take the Frico egg that's done and been resting and put that on top of the salad.